this video, you will learn the most accurate scalping strategy on my channel I have tested so far. This method is probably something you've never seen before, so make sure you stay focused and pay close attention to all the details. I'm gonna give you a bunch of examples on how you should place trades using this strategy, and also teach you a new money management trick that will instantly make you massive profits from any market. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. Okay, so first of all, let's open tradingview.com and set the time frame to 5 minutes. This strategy can be used on all time frames, including a daily chart. The next step will be to click on an indicators window. Now we're gonna need to add 3 indicators to the chart. For the first indicator, let's search for Q trend. It's gonna be this indicator right here. Access the indicator settings by double clicking on it, and in the start section, disable the trend line. This is going to be our main confirmation indicator. Based on these signals, we're going to be placing buy and sell orders. For the second indicator, search for fluid trades. As we can see, not a lot of people know about this tool yet. This is a smart money concepts indicator. It shows the areas of supply and demand and the break of structure levels. Usually when the price action is in a downtrend and it reaches a demand level, the market tends to reverse. The opposite happens when the price action reaches a supply zone. Notice the price action was heading upwards, then it reached the level of resistance and it started selling off. These levels are very important because they will dramatically increase the win rate of our first confirmation indicator. And finally, to complete this setup, we need to add one more tool. This indicator is called the Money Flow Index. Okay, we can see that the line is barely visible, so in order to fix that, let's access the indicator settings, and in the start section, change the color of the plot. The main goal of this indicator is to identify the times when the market is overbought or oversold. When the white line crosses inside the green zone, the market is considered overbought. When the line crosses inside the red zone, the market is considered oversold. Okay, now let's learn the exact conditions for entering long and short trades. So the conditions for entering a long trade are as follows. First, the price action must pull back into the level of demand. The candlestick should either touch it or get really close to it, but it must not cross and close below it. If the price does not respect the demand level, the trade will automatically be cancelled. Second condition, the indicator must print a buy or a strong buy signal. And finally, at the time the signal is issued, the money flow index must be oversold. This means that the white line must be inside the red zone. If these conditions are met, a buy order will be placed at the close of the trigger candlestick. The stop loss will be placed slightly below the demand level. And now listen carefully. When the price action reaches a risk-reward ratio of 1:1, you're gonna have to take a half of your position off. Once you've done that, you're gonna set the take profit target for the second half of your position at 4 times the risk. There we go, the market just triggered our second target. Now let me show you how I'm going to be doing the backtesting. So first of all, I'm going to set the initial account size at $100. The risk per trade will be set at 2%. And now I'm going to need to add 2 take profit levels. And since I'm taking the half of the position off when the price action reaches the first target, I'm going to have to set the position percentage at 50. When the price action reaches a risk reward ratio of 1:1, 2% of profit will be added, and TraderEdge will automatically take a half of the profit off. And when the second half of my position reaches the second target, which is 4 times the risk, I'm going to add the profit too, which is 8%. We can see that the total profit per trade is 5% or $5, but this is only the case when the price action reaches 2 targets. More often than not, you will have a situation when the price action reaches your first target and then it reverses and hits your stop loss. By the way, I forgot to mention that you will have to move your stop loss to the break even as soon as the price action reaches your first target. Here's another example of a really good long entry. We see the price bounced off the level of demand, the indicator issued a new buy signal, and the money flow index was being oversold. Alright, now let's understand the rules for entering a short trade. First, the price action must pull back into the level of supply. The candlestick can either touch it or get really close to it. Second, the indicator must issue a sell or a strong sell signal. And at the time the signal is issued, the money flow index must be overbought. This means that the white line must be inside the green zone. The stop loss will be set slightly above the supply zone, and again, when the price action reaches a risk-reward ratio of 1:1, you're going to have to take a half of your position off and move your stop loss to the break even. Then set the take profit target for the second half at 4 times the risk. Okay, let's see a couple more examples. So here we had the market rejecting off of the supply zone, and the indicator issued a signal to sell. The money flow index is overbought, which confirms our entry. We see the market reached the first target, but unfortunately the stop loss on the second half got triggered. Here we have another valid short entry. The market reached a new supply zone and the seller's pressure became very significant. We also had a signal to sell and the money flow index was being overbought. And again, the stop loss got triggered, but we still managed to make some profit. Okay traders, I hope you have understood the rules for the strategy. Let's do the backtesting to find out all the numbers behind it. So after taking 100 trades, the win rate for the strategy turned out to be 84%. This is literally the most accurate strategy on my channel. The total profit and loss is 439.17%. The profit factor is 11.75. The biggest winning streak we had was 14 wins in a row. So overall, really happy with the results. Definitely give the strategy a try on different timeframes and different markets, but make sure you forward test it with paper money first before trading live.